You don't need 2 to 3 hours to tell your story. You can get it done in 90 minutes. And this got it done in 90 minutes with 87 different songs.
Oh, yeah.
And this, like I was talking about with Rocky Horror, where it just feels like they're just singing to sing. They don't sing to move the plot along. This one does. When they break into song, they are addressing an issue in the movie, or they are world building. When the girls are singing about downtown and Skid Row, they're world building. When Seymour is singing about his troubles, he's reflecting on what to do. He's singing through his conflict with murdering somebody and feeding a man-eating plant. When him and Audrey are singing together, when they're doing Suddenly Seymour, they're singing about getting themselves out of this situation and living a better life, living the American dream, as it was.
Yeah.
Even like Feed Me Seymour. Feed Me Seymour is a deceitful, manipulative, gaslighting, personality disordered, Axis 2 fucking rock song.
It is a toxic relationship in 3.5 minutes.
I'm glad you said toxic relationship. I want to share something with you. I said to ChatGPT, I said, so I'm watching Little Shop of Horrors with Rick Moranis for a review this Thursday, and I had a funny thought. If my own experience in dating TikToks are to be received, many people out there are Audrey II. And the ChatGPT says, that's a solid bit. Feed Me Seymour. Feed Me Seymour becomes validate me, pay my bills, and tell me I'm pretty. There's definitely a cynical but funny take to be had there about modern dating expectations and the transactional nature of a lot of relationships these days. Audrey II isn't just a killer plant. It's a metaphor for anyone who shows up saying, you'll be happy if you just keep giving me more and more and more. And this goes on to talk about how at the end of the day, Audrey II wasn't interested in Seymour at all. It was a means to an end to get him to a place of discard. Mm-hmm. These terms should sound familiar to some of you. It's keep giving me more, and it's never enough, and the goalposts keep moving, and then when there's no more use for Seymour, the plant just discards him like he's nothing. And there's Seymour going, I thought we had something. I thought I meant something to you. I thought we had a relationship here. And the plant's like, nope, I just needed you to get to the point where I am now where I don't need you.
Yeah.
And there's Seymour who's been had. But the road to get there, boy, is Audrey II acting like he's Seymour's best friend. Looking like he's got his best interest. But the other side of that is how much Audrey II is chipping away at Seymour, at what little self-respect Seymour has.
Yeah.
You didn't have nothing till you met me. Come on, what'll it be? Like that kind of a thing. Like you said, toxic relationship. And that is, I think that's one of why this thing has endured as long as it has, because maybe you don't realize it as you're watching it, but the more you think about it, the more you realize, oh my God, this is one of the more relatable stories. It's just, cocked up with this stupid giant, alien plant, which makes it sound absurd, but take away the plant part of it and just think about the characters and how they're interacting. And it's a highly human, relatable story. And you look at the relationship between the dentist, Steve Martin's character, and Audrey. And she doesn't believe she deserves better. She says to Seymour, I was born in the gutter. Ellen Greene, first of all, have you ever seen somebody talk like they're the character, like they're Howard's wife from The Big Bang Theory, but sing like they're an opera singer, like she's fucking Tarja from Nightwish? Holy cow, what a just speak to that for just a moment for me. The transition in Ellen Greene's line delivery to her singing voice.
Oh yeah, it is absolutely fantastic. Especially the transition from how smooth that transition was in Someplace That's Green.
Yeah.
Because she starts out with that high-pitched, mousy squeak.
Somewhere that's green. Like she sounds like fucking Edith from All in the Family. Somewhere that's green, Archie. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, and by the end of that song, she is
belting. Yeah, she sounds like what the fuck's her name from the Bangles doing God, now I can't remember the name of the song, but like yeah, she fucking hits like almost like a falsetto, and you're like, holy
Yeah.
crap, where did that come from?
And it is so fantastic, and just that tone shift
Mm-hmm.
it showed so much about the character.
Right.
Like there was no sets, there was no dialogue, like just the change in the way she was singing
Right.
showed so much character development,
Mm-hmm.
going from I don't deserve anything
Yeah, like I said, I was
to
born,
this.
as she said, I was born in the gutter. You know,
Yeah.
I don't deserve a nice man. I don't deserve anything. I deserve like raise your hand if you've ever if you know someone or if you yourself have felt like this. I deserve to be beaten. You know, I don't deserve and I don't deserve good treatment because I'm a bad person and I come from a bad place. I deserve bad things that happen to me. You know, and it's like she chases him. At one point, she literally falls off his motorcycle and she's running after him down the block.
Yeah.
You know, but Seymour offers her an alternative, and in a rare thing for that kind of, I'm trying not to make a joke out of it, but in a rare thing for that kind of a relationship, she actually sees a way out with Seymour and was like, you know what? Maybe I don't deserve Seymour, but I mean,
I'm gonna go for it anyway.
I'm gonna go for it anyway. I mean, then it helps, you know, the dentist is murdered, and what other choice does she have? But you know, it's still the relationship dynamics between those three characters. And my God, one of my favorite lines. It's a throwaway line, kind of, but for me, it hits deeper than I think it was maybe intended to, or maybe it was, and just people don't get it. But right about the time that the dentist dies from overdose, he looks at Seymour, who was there to kill him and just didn't get he didn't get a chance to do it himself because he did it to him because the dentist did it to himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at him and he realizes what he had been there for all along. And he's like, "What'd I do to you?" And Seymour's like, "It's not what you did to me; it's what you did to her." And the best line of this movie, "Her who?"
Yeah,
Oh,
like that he's been such a terrible person for so damn long.
and he
And
views
like,
her as so less than human.
yeah, that he didn't even remember her.
Right. She's such an inconsequential part of his life. But every scene that they have together, you know, he insists she call him doctor. He's screaming at her and, yelling at her for falling off the bike and all of this other stuff. But then when it came right down to it, she meant nothing to him, less than nothing. Didn't even
Mhm.
remember her. And meanwhile, Seymour's there and Seymour's ready to commit murder over her. So it's really, really good stuff.